Marker! Alright, I don't have a ton of time left, and I still want to get through 2 more missions, so... let's hop into the next match. Next scenario, shall we? Welcome to Scenario 25, The Keepers of Order. This is technically a route split depending on which protagonist you pick for the next 2 missions. Again, those protagonist route split missions barely count. So that's the Keeper's Temple. Ooh, groovy. It's one ginormous tree, huh? That's what's called the Holy Tree of Ende. Ende, god of wisdom. That's the god that you keepers worship, yes? Ende is said to love nature, so his emissaries greatly revere harmony with nature, and with all of the land of Alrath. To represent that reverence, it is customary among the keepers to build temples where the holy trees lie. Kaiser Core? You mean there's more to these giant trees all over Alrath? Yes, Captain. It is my understanding that holy trees grow alongside ley lines that the energy fluid land flows through. The temple which I am leading you to is serving as a frontline base for tracking activity from the awakened gods of Olympus. I heard you guys worship the god of wisdom and do magical research. Pictured you as an academic bunch, but you're surprisingly militaristic. Sometimes the upholding of law and order requires use of force, as sad as it is to say. We could ask for no greater joy in life than use our dogmas to bring about peace and harmony in Alrath. That's not... Look, sorry, I'm not trying to knock you guys. The world obviously needs you, of course. Heck, you came to our rescue just the other day. The militaries in our societies are supposed to be pretty much the same purpose. Giant quotes on supposed to. I appreciate your understanding. My apologies for dragging out our talk. Allow me to show you to the temple. They're back. You sure about this, Spiro? I'm afraid we don't have much choice in the matter. I deeply regret that we could not give a grander reception to the Savior and his companions. Please don't mind us. I'm quite happy just being allowed in your temple at all. Shibaraka-sensei's super humbled by this. He's mentioned it before, but I can just see how major the Keeper's orders are to the people in Alrath. Let me introduce myself once more. I'm Selric Obsidian. Obsidian soldier with the rank of priest. Yeah, he already mentioned you were like a big shot. It's Wataru! Not even the Savior would ever take that tone with the great priest. Himiko's honorable father's right. You still need to have proper manners. Please don't walk on eggshells here. You're all upholding law and order of Alrath. That makes us brethren. Oh my gosh, we're the Brethren the Keepers? I don't believe it. He's talking to us like we're not even Norma. Everyone has a role to fill, and societal positions have a little part in that. While I greatly appreciate you honoring me, what I would appreciate more is for you to refrain from undue amounts of reverence. You're surprisingly down to earth. All are equal under Ende, god of wisdom. As such, I hope that you will pardon meeting in this matter, Simon. Guess I shouldn't be surprised that he knows I'm the Supreme Commander of the Land of Beasts. Is there a problem, Angelis? For all you know about Simon, you sure haven't done your homework on me. I beg to differ. Your true name isn't Ange, it's Angelis Ikaruga Mitsurugi. This is not the Land of Mana, nor is it Arsenal. You are welcome to use your true name here. I extend the same offer to you, Salia Tereshkova and Hildegard Schleifgott. You know my real name? These keepers are something else, alright. And you don't discriminate against Norma? Sorry, but you're not taking me in that easy. Watch your mouth, Ange! You have any idea what you're implying? Do not worry, Salia. Angelis' stance of doubt toward us is something for us to respect as key secrets of wisdom. Angelis, why do you not trust us? I take it you guys also know about Embryo, the Shadow Ruler of the Land of Mana? Quite. If you call yourself custodians of law and order, why the hell do you let him run free? Would breaking down a perfected societal system truly be a good thing for the people who live within it? Perfected! Interesting choice of words. Wait, what? He's got a point. If the people of Mitsurugi learned about their creator Embryo, and if they stopped being able to use mana overnight... Selric the Cleric. Yeah. That's why I think it's pronounced Kelric, but that sounds weird to me, so I'm going to pronounce it Selric unless somebody has some way to correct me. There would be panic in the streets. All of society would crumble. So you just let Embryo do what he wants instead. That decision lies not with the Keepers, but with the people who live in that land. As such, all we can do is extend a helping hand to Norma that are exiled from it. What? Wait, extend a helping hand? Are the Keepers aiding Arsenal? That's correct. We maintain contact with Commander Electra and maintain a supply line through back channels. I keep hearing that Electra name come up. Is that Commander Jill's real name? Electra Maria von Lowenwitz. It is her true name. Selric is OG. He's from this game. He's not from their series now. Selric and the Keepers of Order are all Iori Steel in this game. Does that mean she's a princess just like Ange? Selric, are the Keepers of Order going to assist Electra's Libertas? When the time comes. I'll take you at your word on that. What's this Libertas you're talking about, Salia? The battle to win freedom for the Norma. The Vilcus is intended for that. So by putting me in its rider, I'm the commander's pawn. Electra, why'd you give Ange the Vilcus and not me? I would gladly give my life in your service. Would that be satisfactory for you, Angelise? For now, anyway. And stop calling me Angelise. My name at the moment is Ange. Very well. Ange it shall be. We have a modest repast arranged for you all. Please make yourselves at home. Thank you. Sweet, I'm starving. We can save the discussion of Dokudar and Olympus for tomorrow, perhaps. Would you mind if I asked you one thing? Please, by all means. Never do this. Never let Lelouch talk, much less ask you something. To uphold law and order is certainly a laudable thing, but what benefit is there for your group in doing so? The sorcerers of the Keepers of Order do not seek benefit for themselves. We take joy in learning magic according to the Keeper's dogma, and we take pride in using that power to uphold law and order. We live every day of our lives seeking to do more good deeds. And let me ask you this, what comes of doing those good deeds? Paradise? Salvation? Life eternal? I'm certain the very notion of gods differs from one world to another, so I'll leave off that particular debate. To have faith in Ende, God of Wisdom, is to pursue not a better hereafter for ourselves, but a better here and now for everyone. When and how is that achieved? I'm afraid that is proprietary knowledge of the Keepers that I cannot share. That's quite the pity. Lelouch seems wary of Selric. Now there's a familiar smile. It reminds me of Schneisel's nihilistic smile. I'm surprised he could be so gauche, though. Hey, Selric, where's Iori? He's done a lot for us, you know. If you need a character witness, you've got 2 whole ships of them right here. Do not worry on that account. As I told him, I have no intention of letting any ill befall him. He's having a talk with the Archmage now. The Archmage? The man who presently occupies the highest rank within the Keepers. Shiro, Kuro, Cybester is fully repaired. That should take care of the output issues that you've had you scratching your ears. Thanks, Spiro! The only reason I could help at all was because elemental lords are mechanically similar to other warlocks. You're so handy to have around, Spiro! Would that my master could appreciate that. What was the problem, anyway? 2 talking kitties. Yep. It wasn't a mechanical problem, I assure you. Some of the machinery had been skewed by a phenomenon native to Albroth. What phenomenon is that? It's something called odd. Odd? That's like the base element need to use magic, right? It didn't get along very well with Cybester's inner parts, so I made some adjustments to cut it off from Cybester entirely. Masaki's gonna love this! Are you sure you should be here, though? Yuri's been summoned by a bigwig in the Keepers, right? It's fine. I doubt my master and I will be seeing any more of each other. This, by the way, for folks who don't know, this was very similar, or it might have been the same exact outfit Iori wore in the prologue. You are all excused. Understood, Archmage Keeldon. Please let us know if our presence will be required. It's been too long, Iori Eolite sorcerer. In fact, you and I haven't spoken since your investiture as a sorcerer. Archmage Keeldon, be silent. This is an interrogation. You are to speak only to answer the questions that I ask. Be aware that you have transgressed what no other keeper in history ever has. Despite being a novice in training, you dared not only to doff the Mask of Ende, symbol of your lack of identity, but even to desert us. Such a thing is unprecedented to us. We had to deliberate with great care to determine how you should be treated. For what did you forsake Ende's blessing? Speak, Iori. To find my meaning in life. Is there not meaning enough in living in Ende's name, in the service to law and order? I found out to be lacking something. What did it lack? The reason I journeyed was to find the answer to that very question. I set out together with Spiro, of being born of magic and fated to live within the Keeper's confines. When we set out together, I no longer understood what purpose my life had. Then I ask you this. Were you able to attain something in this journey of yours? I was able to find a way of life. A way of life called justice. Justice. That is not a notion not in the Keeper's teachings. To live not by prescribed laws and orders, but by deciding for what self one believes to be right. I believe that is justice, and that is what sets people apart. Dude, no, I love the punk aesthetic. I hung out with so many punks in high school. No, me and punks got along real well. I've received reports of your activities. You do not appear to be doing much differently from what the Sorcerer of the Keepers would do. That is how it turned out, yes. But it's what I chose for myself, not what the God of Wisdom designated for me. I was able to learn how to live that way when I met Wataru and the rest of Infinite Haven. An acceptable response. Pardon? Iori Eolite, you are rising to greater heights as a member of the Keepers of Order. While your practical abilities may not be at their greatest, your spirit is that of a priest. Every match for Selric Obsidian. Thank you, sir. I shall grant you the Mark of Ende. What is this? Proof of your status and conduct. I shall grant you Ende's blessing, and mark you as a Keeper of Order. Continue your journey and follow your will. You shall have the Keeper's support. Thank you, Archmage Keelding. Never did I expect to grant an exception of this sort in my time. But I am grateful that you were to carve a path where none existed. And now I am even glad that you chose what you did. There is one matter, though. I must ask you to return a magical creature called Spiro. Pardon? He must be kept within the Keeper's confines. Now this is an unusual sight. You never visit my private space without me calling you there. It's the only place where we can speak in private now. This will be our last goodbye, after all. I can understand your desire not to get emotional in the presence of others. Is that really what you want? I found a way of life over the course of my journey, fighting for justice. But I'm not satisfied yet. I plan on carrying on my journey with the Infinite Haven. I hear Archmage Keelding grants you the Mark of Ende. Congratulations, that's quite the honor. What about you, Spiro? Did you find what you were looking for in our journey together? I'm a highly greedy creature by nature. I'm far from satisfied. Then come with me. You just received open recognition, you know. If you take me with you, you'll be branded a deserter all over again. The Archmage told me to give you back, but you're not property. You're my partner. This is your decision to make. Ah, now I see. By shifting responsibility to me, you absolve yourself of blame. No, stupid, this isn't about that. You're more important to me than the Mark of Ende, okay? A jest, Master. I've been getting rather adept at those recently, don't you think? You black-hearted parrot! Focus, damn it! Thank you, Master. Truly. You know, I think that's the first time you've ever given me a heartfelt thank you. You wound me. Go on, let's hear it. From the heart. Who can truly understand what lies in the heart of another? None can. Now you're just splitting hairs. Are you going or not? Spit it out. The answer is what it's always been. Alright, you should be home free for now. This is your second desertion. What do you intend to do now? Once the dust settles, I'll call up the Infinite Haven and reconvene. Do you have any regrets? Am I lying if I said I didn't? Ah, you speak of Amari Aquamarine, the Aquamarine sorcerer. If a fleeting romance is your main regret, you're a rather worldly creature, Master. It's not that. It's not about that at all. Watch yourself, Master. We're not so home free after all. I found you, apostate! Amari! First a deserter, then a winner of special privilege, and now back down to apostate. While I do share your blame for this, your vicissitudes never cease to amaze me, Master. The fuck is that word? Amari, why aren't you wearing your Ende mask? Because I was appointed commander of the team dispatched to punish you. Archmage Keelding has placed me in charge of your treatment. Look at your fellow novice in the eye. If you feel the slightest bit of remorse, then surrender quietly. You're not my fellow novice. I'm not sure how to describe it, but you're not being yourself. You're not making any sense. I have to go, even if you're the one after me. What can you hope to achieve in a half-finished Auto Warlock? It never even got fielded with the Keepers. Someone who ran off in their training days, who won't stand a chance against people granted Ende Mass. Our pursuit is 3 regular sorcerers, each of them with 4 boon bones. Fighting them head-on would not be an advisable strategy. Even so, what's going on? What's that Odic convergence? Is it him or is Odic Auto Warlock? You're in fine form, Master. I can sense your mental growth. You're an Eelite. If you're gonna resist, then let's get this over with, Amari. I'm going through anyone in my way. 9. No, our journey isn't over yet. Yuri defeats at least 3 enemies in the same turn. Our goal is to defeat all enemies. Why not? How? How did this happen? We were gathered by the Keepers as people with natural gift of magic. We studied the teachings together. Am I just like Spiro? A being meant only for life in the Keepers? Remember, he said it way early in the game. They kind of, not necessarily kidnapped, but kind of kidnapped babies and children that showed an aptitude for magic, and then say, okay, you're living with us now. Forever. Not enough. Huh? Their attacks haven't changed. Okay, so we will not be using Evil Cleaving Light. We will be toning it down to Tempesta to weaken them. I'm gonna keep you alive. Wait, that was the wrong target. Shit. I should have actually hurt that one. You were the one I meant to keep alive. You, however, can get fucked. Yes, please.
廃墟者め、すでにお前は同志でも何でもない。稲妻よ、敵を撃て。
Remember these guys? They fire beams of lightning. Thankfully, I use persist. Touch follow OG stuff has wild designs, dude. OG stuff is fucking bonkers, and I love it. Okay, I'm just standing pat for now. Give myself some energy. So I'm gonna need it. More Tempesta. I just need to weaken another person. How about you guys? Let me move one step away. And then weaken one of these guys. No, go for Vartex at least. I don't trust Ignis to deal that enough damage. I'll use Persist just in case I get hit, but if I don't get hit, then it carries over to the next attack. Basically, Danny, they're golems. That's 3. Archmage Kilden gave the Master plenty of credit for his spirit, but little indeed for his magic. So gone. They weren't expecting much out of him, but perhaps now.
にお前はどうしても何でもない。
I mean, magic robots aren't exactly an entirely new concept, seeing as how Rare, which is going to be in the new game and is in the next game, they're magic robots as well. So, yeah, it happens a lot. I'm just glad that they finally used it in Super Robot Wars. Because, yeah, they're usually sci-fi, or sci-fantasy, I suppose. Oh, goody! Let's at least use focus, give it less of a chance to hit me. Uh-oh! Iori Eolite Sorcerer, the first apostate in the Keeper's entire history. Maybe I did turn my back on the Keeper's teachings, but I have no desire to fight with them. Or with you, Amari. You don't get to call me by my name. You and I were just fellow novices. Yeah, you're right about that. That's what I've gone on believing. But after seeing you again in the last fight we had, something's been nagging at me. Why won't it go away? Amari, I want to talk to you. I want to know more about you. Stay away from me, you filthy man. The only thing an apostate deserves is to face Ende's retribution and die an ignoble death. I mean, the golems that we're fighting, they tend to take the elements that they come from. They just look green because they usually take them from forests. Because there's a lot of forests in all around. But later on, we'll see golems with different colors. Use different elements. Master, the megafauna is here. Say what? Captain Daniel, what are you doing here? What does it look like I'm doing? Pick you up, of course. But sir, before you say anything, let me make it clear. This was a group decision by the entire Infinite Haven. Runaway slave. Really? I've always wondered about apostate. I started hearing it first in Dragon Age, but I never looked up like its exact definition. Don't hem and haw about it. I'm just gonna make things more awkward. It's just gonna make things more awkward all around for if you do. Infinite Haven, are you interfering with the Keepers? We don't want to, but we're not gonna stand idly by while one of your own is punished for apostasy. I'm sure you've got your own stance. Let's talk this out peacefully and silence. The Keepers of Order are attacking the treating the Megafauna's attack target. Is she throwing a hissy fit or something? What do we do, Captain? What else can we do? Return fire! Launch all units! By the way, they mentioned... Oh boy! I'm not getting as many units this time as I was hoping. Hold off on you. Get the Luxon and the Bradian. And Vilcus. Cybuster got an upgrade, by the way. They mentioned it in the preamble thing. All units, our objective is to intercede with the Keepers of Life on Eeyore's behalf. Don't forget that. In other words, don't go overboard. Got it. Might be easier said than done. That Sorcerer girl sounds like she means business. I'm scared. What's the matter, chum? That girl. She's just like Todd. You mean she's letting a rivalry with Eeyore go to your head? Yeah. Then we better stop her before she does something we all regret. Come on, Eeyore. We want to journey together with you. You heard the kid, Eeyore. You've got us, whether you like it or not. In fact, you can get onto the ship now if you're not comfortable with this. Guys, please, no corny lines. The people here are more twisted than you are. They can't take direct expression into emotion. Okay then, I'll just say one thing. Thank you. You're welcome! I owe Spiro for doing maintenance work on Cybuster anyway. I intended it to be a parting gift, but so much for that, I suppose. Let's start by getting out of this mess. We can figure out the rest later. I'm really not sure this is a good idea. We're seriously fighting the Keepers? Oh, this is bad. Very, very bad. We'll just have to deal with it. The captains will work it out later. If they can't get it worked out, well, heck, we can have loose talk circles around them. You can expect only the best from me. For now, let's focus on the task at hand. Eolite Sorcerer, how dare you drag otherworlders into our affairs? Call me selfish, I don't care. This is how I choose to live. This is the justice I found for myself, not some law and order given to me by the Keepers. That's our points already gotten. And it's our turn. Get the fuck out. You've taken a lot of damage, and you're low on energy, and you have way too many kills already. So, yeah. Sit back. Alright, let's get those two next to each other. And everybody needs kills. Koji's at 51. Tetsuya's at 27. 2 kills. Let's see if we can make those happen, shall we? I'm gonna punch you real hard! Right, they're using support defend. Okay. What if I use charge? Which you do have. Fin funnels. Ooh. Not enough, huh? He doesn't have enough skill to break the barrier and support self. Interesting. Alright, let's bust up that support defend then. Still got him because support attack didn't hit when he supported himself, he didn't get support attack. Cool. And that breaks the support defend, so I can Aura Slash now to you. Do not have enough for Morph yet. Interesting. If I do this to you, metamorphosize. Boom. Punchy, punchy. So, new attack! All of his stats increased, by the way, so all the attacks are now stronger. We now have a 1 ammo ability, Cosmo Nova. Probably not going to use it this fight, because he needs a lot of morale to use it. But yeah, so we have a new attack for our wonderful Psybuster. Misaki, Prana output is returned to normal. Now you can use the Psyflash to its fullest potential. Psyflash got a big upgrade too. Heck yeah, I owe Spiro one. Let's do this, Keepers. If you want to jump to brute force as your first option, I'll do the same. You don't look like you're on board with this whole thing. Right now, I don't know what's right and what isn't. All I know is that they're treating my teammate Iori like a villain, and I'm not gonna stand for it. More of the same Zappy Zap. Alright. Still has wall active, so I don't know why they're attacking him. They're gonna take like no damage. More Gurren boomerangs. Another full drill eyes, sure. Okay, please stop.
裁きの雷よ、死を走れ。
グレンラガンと互角か。面白い。こいつに乗った甲斐があるというものだ。
Haven't seen this
逃
animation in a
がした
while.
りはせんだろうな。当然。お返しはさせてもらうさ。ブーメランだ。ビラル。なんだ。それは命令か。俺とお前は五分だろ。だったら乗った。ダブルブーメランファイナル。
エンデル、この困難を乗り越える力を。
Alright. Time for a thunder break. Viral's impossible. Right, yeah, that's one of the things, isn't it? He's not able to reproduce anymore. Or at all. Wait, do beastmen reproduce normally?
俺の前に立つからには覚悟はできてるんだろうな。追いかつちがお前を撃つ。
But yeah, he was like, he was given immortality. He didn't really ask for it. Didn't really want it, from the sound of it. But the Spiral King was like, nope, you're immortal now.
ダメだ。これ以上は無理だ。
Fuck!
これが偉大な勇者の力だ。
Right, yeah. I remembered there being a plot point about that. Photonic power beam should be enough. Right, yeah. Viral beats biology through sheer willpower.
高視力ビーム。 派手にやりすぎちまったかな。
Alright. That's the 80 we needed. Alright, Unisolize. Move up. Unisolize. No, I need to save the other chair for whoever is gonna kill. Whoever's gonna kill our boss. You know what? Misaki's gonna be the one who beats Amari. Because I said so. Oh, even with supporting yourself, you didn't finish him off? That's not cool. Alright, well. Who else needs kills? I harbor a lot of distrust for the Keepers. The things they say make perfect sense, but I don't agree with them one bit. I don't fight for someone else's happiness, I fight for my happiness. That should be enough to finish him off. And you're at 8.3k. Still cannot use Cosmo Nova. Do you have a way to give yourself... Yep, you have Drive. Fuck yeah. Hearts, Pigmal Steak. Cosmo Nova. Before I do that though, Direct Attack, Spirits, Cheer, Bless. Pigmal Steak, yep, just carry around Buddha's butt. Alright, time to show off Cosmo Nova.
こいつのパワーは桁違いだぜ。
マクスウェルコイル充電完了。電自動追尾セット OK。
これで終わりだ。コスモノバ
エンデの使徒が敗北するとは。
Boom data! This happened because I lacked faith and discipline. Calm down, Amari. I want to talk with you. I have nothing to discuss with an apostate. Prepare yourself, Iori Eolite, and its divine retribution awaits you. Amari. The Amari in my memories isn't the one standing here. I'm not myself either. Why does this feel so wrong? My doubts have been growing stronger ever since I returned to the temple. It's over. Don't worry, Iori. The sorcerers all bailed out safely. We can explain that they attacked us first. Sorry, I feel bad making you worry about me. So, what now? First things first, let's get out of here. We can rendezvous with the Cygnus and the End Nautilus. I guess we're fugitives, just like Iori. You can stay with the Keepers if you don't like it. Oh, please. And deal with deal with all that Custodians of Law and Order crap? No, thanks. Yeah, right there with you on that. I'm not about to knock the Keepers, but I'm gonna fight my way. I think not. You're not going anywhere. Priest Selric? Such a pity, Eolite Sorcerer. Archmage Keeldin granted you the Mark of Ende, yet you still betrayed his goodwill. If the alternative is betraying the path I believe in, then I'll take being called an apostate any day of the week. Then show me what you've gained on the path you've believed in. Your very own dogma, evil cleaving light, was it? I'd like to see you try it on me. Okay then. We don't know what his first name is. Priest Selric. No, I'm sorry, he's Selric Obsidian. Right. So no, Selric is his first name. Here goes nothing. Remember, they said creating your own dogma is exceptionally difficult. Only teams of sorcerers ever managed to. And somehow, out of nowhere, Iori created his own. Dogma is magic, Danny. Dogma is the magic that the Keepers use. What the? A fine dogma. You are worthy of praise and admiration for crafting it unaided. Like, every single attack that our mech uses is a dogma. And then we have support dogmas as well, that we can use in between. Had it not been dashed on my magic barrier, it might have been quite damaging. But...
金星石の術師伝説のドグマを見せよ。さあ、消滅の儀式だ。
Oh shit, he has a unique cannon! Yuri! We don't use magic, but even we can tell. That guy's magic is in a whole nother league. One must be capable of at least this much to carry on the duty of the Keepers of Order. I still won't stop. How truly regrettable. You will likely be the first sorcerer in our history to be killed by a fellow sorcerer. I'm not done yet! Impressive out at Convergence. You're holding your own rather well after losing Ende's blessing. Sorry. I suppose I'll have to ensure that nothing remains of you but ash. One moment. I surrender. Why, Spiro? Move, Zelgard! Why won't you move when I need it? I wouldn't do that, Master. The Zelgard is too crippled to fight. Spiro, why? Nothing is more fearsome than death. I shall accompany Priest Selric. Spiro. Sees the Eolite sorcerer. He seems to be unconscious. Well, it takes care of that. As for you, Infinite Haven, what'd you do to Iori? Are you coming for us now? Do not misunderstand. I'm aware the reason you were fighting the Keepers was to rescue the Eolite sorcerer. Now that he is fully in our custody, further combat would avail both sides little. For the Keeper's part, we consider you all our brethren. We do have a long term to consider. I would suggest that you return to the temple where we can discuss this matter. Captain Daniel, we've got no choice but to accept. Thank you kindly. I think we will share a fine partnership. Iori, Spiro, if that rotten bird hadn't betrayed him. Truly an unfortunate way for things to end, Master. Perhaps this too was meant to be. It's good to have you back, Spiro. Seeing as a magical creature's name is irrevocable once given, I shall be calling you that. By all means. It's a name my master was kind enough to give me. You seem to have taken quite a shine to Iori Eolite. Do you see the Founder's potential in him? What will become of my master? What will be done with Iori Eolite? I intend to allow him to go on this journey he's so eager to take. Of course, I highly doubt he'll be capable of anything at all after losing both Ende's blessing and you. I see. I've indulged your selfishness for some time now, but you need to show some self-restraint. Enjoy your body until the time comes, I suppose. Selfishness? Ah, but I believe that very thing is what gives meaning to life. My body has weakness, but it will never be free. Perhaps this would be a suitable time. Well. It took considerable effort to summon you here, I'll have you know. The Keepers will notice soon enough, so this will be our first and last chance to speak like this. A very brief chance. You haven't forgiven my betrayal, I see. But I will lend you my power if you choose to accept it. After all, you are the one who named me. I'm indebted to you, Master. Are you? Whether you capitalize on your last chance will be up to you. I will impart some choice intelligence to you in the Infinite Haven to that end. Interesting. Seems he has a backup plan. Hillary, Quatra, Seabrook, Zex, and Duo. Nope. Let's take Quatra out of that and put Jido. Seabrook out of that. Captain Nemo. Zex out of that. Kuromitsu. Get our battleship captains in there, since they weren't in the previous fight. Okay. Nothing else really to do. Let's save.